Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Oh my goodness, hi Virgos. I'm going to be doing your February reading and you're the last reading of today. So I'm really excited to get this done and I'm wanting to beat the dark and keep the light in here as best I can. These usually run around 30 minutes, so get yourself a little tea or coffee or whatever you might want to do and we'll get on with the reading for you. I do have a format for those that are new. I'm a psychic intuitive tarot reader. And I do channel information in addition to reading the meanings that come from the tarot decks. And I have a special deck I'm using for the month of February, staying in line with the festive red and pink colors that represent love and heart. The whole month is really the month of love. And this beautiful deck is called the Simple Tarot deck, Simple OK Tarot, which I really love because it is, but it's also very beautiful and I have not used it for a while. So as my format that I like to stick with, just so you know what you're getting, is I do a chakra check every reading prior to the actual reading, and it's those energy centers that we have throughout our body, and it just kind of, there's a beautiful saying, I like to call it a mantra, to kind of help open them up and use them and utilize them to the best of our ability because they are so essential for us. And they're just that natural thing that we have within us. And sometimes they can feel a little blocked or stifled, but Spirit will pick out a specific one for today. I will correlate the crystal that goes with it, with this beautiful necklace I have, and I will put that in there when we decide what that will be, and I'll shuffle that in a moment. I will be doing a Celtic cross reading for you with this beautiful deck, Simple OK Tarot. I will finish with a spirit guide, animal guide message, and an oracle message from the Motivational Manifesto deck, which I absolutely love, and I haven't pulled out for a few years now. So let's get started. I will incorporate a few of the aspects happening planetary-wise as far as the moons, the new and the full for the month of February, and a couple of other important present time influences happening as you are a Virgo and how that will in fact and can in fact affect you. So first and foremost, your chakra check. Let's see what we've got. Now, we had the same chakra come up for Cancer and Leo, which was the root chakra. And I'm not seeing what I'm doing, but there are only 8 that I'm dealing with. There are many more, but I deal with the 8 chakras, from the root chakra to the all-encompassing, we are all in this together, collective chakra. And you have, you have the same. Well, this says a lot, and it is red, and it does go with the influence of the energies I felt prior to your reading, because listen, Virgo. Well, let me just say before I read this that it's a very, very important time for you. We have what we call the eclipses, and the series of eclipses happens with 2 signs, the polar opposition representing the North Node and the South Node. We are finishing up in the last eclipse from the previous series, which was North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra, will happen in March, but we've already started with North Node entering into the sign of Pisces and then South Node in the sign of Virgo. And that happened on January 11th. Now, this is new, but it'll continue on through the, August or late July of 2026. What does that mean? Well, the North Node is the head of the dragon, if you will. This is the direction we want to go and our purpose and our dreams and our goals and our, how we want to be seen in the world, right? When it's in Pisces, it is a water sign. It is extremely influenced by spirituality, by compassion, self-service, selflessness, incredible creativity, incredible intuition, incredible gifts of, clairvoyance and psychic abilities, and dreams are going to be incredibly prophetic for many months. And if you haven't already felt that, stay tuned, Virgo, because you have that ability anyway. As a Virgo, you are an earth sign. You are also mutable, as is Pisces. You are open to many things. You are not closed-minded. You try many things. You're a very intelligent sign. You are ruled by Mercury. So the mind is always going. You are, if anything, rather critical of yourself. Critical, excuse my, this is the last reading. I'm kind of losing my speech a little bit. But you can be a little hard on yourself at times. And what I love about the placement of you being in the South Node is this is the time, and it happens every, I don't know exactly. I believe I remember hearing the last time this same North Node, South Node occurred was between the years of early 2012 to the latter part of 2013. So about 18 months. It's about releasing. The South Node is releasing. It's about letting go. It's about purging. It's about releasing the critical aspects, the part of us that we want to self-sabotage or we are critical of others, and allowing that to not be part of our being anymore because it's never really been beneficial. It happens. We all have that element in us. It's not just you, Virgo. But I think it's remarkable how by the end of this time, you might be very surprised at the people you've decided after a long time, they just never felt right. Maybe you worked with them in some way, or you had to be a part of them, and now you're standing tall and strong and saying, I don't want it anymore. I don't need to immerse myself or be around that kind of energy. I just feel stronger and I'm more confident about it, and you let it go. And even as simple as around your house, purging things that have just been around forever, clearing the way, clearing the energy. It's all about energy. So I fully love that for you. The first eclipse will happen in your sign, Virgo, this year. And don't quote me on the exact date. I apologize, but it'll be in March. We have a couple of retrogrades in Venus and Mercury again, your sign, your ruling planet, excuse me. So we've got some things to go through, but what I really want to say that I'm really happy about, which also invites this red, fiery, beautiful energy that can come through for all of us during February and onward, because we've got Mars, the planet of war, the warrior planet, the planet of fire and angst and war, quite frankly, but also spirit and motivation and energy is going direct after being retrograde for 2.5 months at this point. It's been back and forth. It started in Cancer in August, forward, direct motion. It then went into Leo, forward motion, then went into retrograde in Leo, went back into retrograde in Cancer. It'll go direct in Cancer on the 23rd of February, so just hang in there, because little by little that momentum is building. I think you can feel it. You're feeling that fire energy. Even if you are an earth sign, you may have fire sign in your chart, for heaven's sakes. Everybody has every element when you look at your tropical, full house, whole house sign astrology. So something to note. I recommend that everybody watch their sun, moon, rising, Venus placements and Mercury for communication. But that is the biggest news for you, Virgo. And then the full moon will happen on the 12th of February in Leo. And that is about our confidence and, once again, a fire energy, a passion, wanting to take on leadership, wanting to be seen. Maybe not something that a Virgo that I've known. I know a lot of Virgos in public places. They are mainly in a lot of healing, professions, doctors, any kind of alternative healing, chiropractors. My favorite Virgo in the world is my chiropractor. I've been seeing for about 7 years, saw her today. A wealth of knowledge, more than happy to share. Very, very great at planning and that calm in the storm kind of energy. Just like, it's cool, we'll make it work. People really appreciate that about you, Virgo. Hardworking, just generous to a fault, but very intelligent. And so, yeah, this is the root chakra. This is what I have to say about that. And this is what you want to maybe focus on all of this year, but also in the month of February. And that is the presence of spirit is solidly rooted in my body. And that brings on that earth element that you are anyway. I have the right to be here, and my love is abundant with love. My life is abundant with love, comfort, and vitality. Those are the things you want to say. Those are the things that are going to keep that root chakra steady, present, strong, grounded as you are as an earth sign. It's about the things we feel and see and touch, and that's important to you. I know that you have parts of you, and you will be feeling it, even though you may be saying to me, Marianne, I don't think so, a little too woo-woo for me. Watch and see how things may transpire and your different perspective on spirituality with this Piscean North Node energy affecting all of us. So there's that saying that you can kind of use as a mantra to help, strengthen that beautiful root chakra during the month. And then this is the correlating that I'm already wearing. Oops, I already was wearing. The beautiful crystal that I got. It's a beautiful gift set that comes with all of it. And I love every aspect of it, which is why I start my readings with it. It's a grounded, healthy, strong energy. The red jasper is this beautiful crystal. And I am healthy, strong, and stable. So important, right? Stay and feel stable within and without ourselves and our environments and so forth. I'm wearing my scarf because it's a beautiful day, but it's been pretty darn chilly here. So let me set these aside and start with the reading. I definitely have shuffled and blessed the deck and always ask Spirit for clear and concise messages for you, for the highest good. Now, you may resonate right away with a lot of what is being said and spoken about. Remember, it is a general reading. I do have readings in person that I do at my studio where I give massage therapy and have for many years. And the link for that is below should you be in the area. All you have to do is sign up, and it's super easy. I want to incorporate doing video for personal readings and utilizing the same method where you can set aside that time, and during that time I would simply make the video and send it to you. The difference being is that it has to be 2 days before when it's a video, and that's so that the payment can go through and so forth. The number is available. If you have any questions, I will always respond, I promise, and would love to get that finally going this year, okay? This is time to really blow up this channel, because I will no longer be doing massage by 2026, perhaps before, seeing how things go. And I love being a massage therapist. I will always love it. And it will be 25 years. But I am also extremely passionate about being a tarot reading and sharing the messages and the energy with you. So this is a Celtic cross. It has many different positions that I'll explain for those that are new. Welcome, everybody. I love and appreciate you taking the time. The first card is always the center card, which will be the overall energy that'll be affecting the reading and kind of where you are at this place in your life as a whole. And this deck, by the way, if I haven't already said, I think I did, is called the OK Tarot, the simple deck for everyone. Just a beautiful deck that is pretty simplistic and perfect colors for the month of February, representing the heart and love month, by Adam J. Kurtz. So the very first card, which really excites me, and it's not come up with any of my other readings, is the Fool. And the word there in the center is bliss. Because on the journey of the tarot, which is just that, it starts with the Fool. It's the zero. It's the all trusting, all knowing, in the womb, just coming out and just, we've been protected all along in the womb, and now we just have no reason to believe that we're not going to be fully protected and directed and just loved and inspired, and there'll be spirit guides there for us, and our angels, and our own beautiful navigational, intuitive guidance that's always there, our higher power, our source, everything you can think of in that regard. And there you are. And you recognize the beautiful rose with the thorn, because yes, roses are one of my most beautiful, one of the most beautiful flowers. I have some pretty cool rose bushes, but man, those thorns are real. It's taking the beauty with the ugly, right? And it's all a part of life. The good with the bad, the light with the dark, everything that one doesn't exist without the other. But you have full faith, and you're going for it. You're going to open up a new portion of your life, your thoughts, your beliefs, something that's just going to allow. You're going to allow. You're not going to be as stuck and set in the grounded energy. You're going to be arising from that. Arising? Well, anyway, you know what I'm saying. Love this very much, Virgo. So we move on to the possible blessings or blocks. And you have the Empress. My goodness. Once again, first time, and you're the sixth reading now that I have gotten this. There's a little glare. The Empress is all loving. It represents a lot of times the Pisces energy and also definitely Libra. That is the sign for Venus in the center. Okay, so Libra and Taurus actually are ruled by Venus. Venus has been and is in Pisces, the North Node Pisces I spoke of. Neptune is in Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces. It will change signs later in the year. We'll discuss that. It's huge. It'll go back into Pisces for a short time and then it'll remain in Aries for 14 years. That'll be Neptune. And then Saturn will be, a 2.5 stay. It's a little quicker. It's our personal planet. They tend to go a little quicker. The outer planets are slower moving, but very, very potent and very much helping us to move in the direction for our highest good. The Empress is the creativity of all creativity. It's just absolutely allowing this to happen, and the juices are flowing. And that is what I told you about the North Node anyway. So you're very in tune to that right now. Stay tuned. You might want to write that book you've thought of. I mean, it's very conducive to that. What else can I say? Mars is going direct. Your energy levels are going to be better. You're going to have, more gumption to go the long run on things. That's very essential. Even if you want to retire, you just feel like there's things you've got to do and creative projects that really are going to be very exciting to you, but there's a lot of love behind everything you do. It's going to make you happy. You won't do it otherwise. Then we have the foundation card. 7 of Cups. Foundation is your foundation. It's the base. It's the root. It's what makes or breaks anything. If it's not stable and secure, it's going to fall. It's the tower otherwise, right? All things without a decent structure, or the bones, as they say in a beautiful song, it's going to fall until it's built properly from the bottom up. The 7 of Cups is emotion. It is the water element, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. It is spoiled for choice, as our lovely, beautiful Chris Reck from Minnow Pond has said for many years, and I, coin a phrase, because it's true. There's so many opportunities that are going to come through, and it's really up to you to decide on the ones that are the most important. Not all will be good. They'll look good. They may be shiny. They may appear to be good. They may sound to be good. That intuition is going to be your guiding light for so much of this year and next. Remembering to release the things that you know for a fact already, because you have a lot of beautiful insight as it is. You've lived a lot of lives yourself, I feel very strongly. And you study, you care. You always want to learn and grow on many levels. So just being sure that you don't take on too much, you don't have too many choices. Less is more in the case of the 7 of Cups. But opportunity is definitely there to keep that foundation, to grow things in the way that you want to for your well-being, your health, your friendships, your love, all of those categories. Then we move on to the past. And you have the 3 of Wands. Wow. This is just knowing, it's like the depiction of the Rider-Waite Smith. It's a person looking out into the world. There's boats ahead. They're like the ships are coming in, and he has his 3 wands there, meaning there's help from others. All you have to do is ask, even if it's spirit, not even, but and especially spirit. When you ask, you definitely receive. You can think it and want it, but asking is really important. Specifics, like any new moon. Now, I don't think I've mentioned it. I've done so many readings, but on the 12th of February is a beautiful full moon in Leo. And this is the fiery aspect that just wants us to take the lead and to be seen and to shine and to start a channel, start some new project, and show the world, and you have such great inspiration and you want to help others in the process, or others are helping you. 3 is definitely the number numerology of growth and expansion. Speaking of which, Jupiter, which is the benevolent planet that we all get a chance to have in our own personal sign every 12 years. And it's been in the sign of Jupiter, which resides in the 9th house. Of Gemini. Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini. Now, it's been in retrograde as it goes into every year, the latter part of the year. And now it's stationing direct on the 4th of February. This is fantastic. I don't know exactly what house it falls into for you, Virgo, but I know it affects us all in some area of our life. You can look that up for free. It's going to expand. It's going to give you opportunities. It's going to give you luck. You're going to be at the right place at the right time. It's optimistic. It's everything and more. It's all the cups. But once again, kind of streamlining it, which I think you're very good at anyway. I don't think you believe in, overextending things or overspending and all that. I think you're very sensible in all of those aspects. And you're a great planner, if I didn't say it already. So Jupiter going direct is going to be great for everybody in some way. And then it changes from Gemini to Cancer on June 9th for a full year until 2026 of June. And let me tell you, water and earth elements together are extremely compatible and extremely capable of building and growing. I mean, the analogy being you put water in dirt and soil, and that's when the seeds grow, right? You can plant a seed, but you need that water. I mean, it has to happen. The two together are what really make things extremely powerful and growth, oriented. So I love this for you. That's your recent past moving into the present. I don't know who they are. Maybe you don't know yet, but you will be known. Let's see what the messages say. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. My goodness, for your present. Mastery. The 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles are the cards of mastery. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've been doing, and I know Virgos, I've known a lot of Virgos, I know a lot of earth signs, and this represents all of the earth signs, but it's absolutely you as a Virgo, okay? And it definitely represents you putting forth all of this energy, and you're very, very dedicated, and you're definitely one of the best in your field. You've done it a long time, you work hard, extra hard, probably too hard, but it's really paying off now. You're going to be benefiting, and you're reaping what you have sown is the simplest way to describe it. So I absolutely love that. That is happening now. I wouldn't be surprised with this Empress. It's not just about love and beauty and all that. It's money. It's Venus. It's the magic. It's that planet that it's working in our favor, and certainly yours. So then we have the future card, and you have the 3 of Cups. There's the water element again. There's your satisfaction, and your creative juices just really, really taking effect, and just feeling extremely passionate. Now that's your second chakra, really. That's your sacral chakra. That's where it all that's our sensuality, our sexuality, our our passion, our pleasure. It's birthing ideas, it's birthing children. It might be having to do with that. You're celebrating your hard work. You're celebrating with friends. You don't want to celebrate too much. You've got to always keep that equilibrium going there. That's a beneficial thing to say. Making sure you're getting hydrated enough comes to mind. I'm not a doctor, but that is an energy that comes from the water elements. Once again, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And I mentioned Cancer, Mars has been in Cancer. It has been retrograde. It goes direct and will be in Cancer through April. A lot of initiative as far as your sensibilities, your dreams, your feelings, compiled with your incredible drive for perfectionism a lot of times, and mastery at what you do. This is a gorgeous combination, and I'm seeing it along with the Empress, my goodness, and the Fool, and the belief. What a great, beautiful reading. We have more. There is the stem. This is the card that I represent as yours and your thoughts about, I guess, life right now and how you've been feeling affected up to this reading. Your perspective, and that's a lot about the influence of Pisces in North Node as well. It is a change of perspective. The card, the Hangman, is a person hanging upside down, which represents Piscean energy. It's the tree of life and feeling comfortable and feeling like, yeah, upside down, I can see things completely different. And I like it. I never saw that way before. It's an opening of your heart and your mind. It's beautiful energy. So this is that energy in this prediction. In this particular position. And that is the Eight of Swords. So what you absolutely maybe have been aware of, which is going to be definitely subsiding and eliminating with the Virgo placement of your sign in the South Node, the fears, the restrictions that we bring on ourselves. It has nothing to do with reality per se, but boy, our minds really make it seem as though what we're thinking is absolute sometimes, right? Just not the case. We don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment. I mean, we have premonitions. God knows we all are capable of that, especially people watching this channel. We have great ability for, prophetic dreams coming through and messages that are there for that very reason, to guide us and to protect us. But overall, our fears are just that. We don't really know, and they are only going to cloud our clarity. So we have to remind ourselves when we start to get in that type of feeling, or if you have an air placement and you just remember, stop it as soon as it starts. I always say snap out of it, just snap it. It's a reminder. It's like a safe word. Snap that fast. That's what the air element is. It's our thoughts. It's a very changeable thing, right? The clouds, they come and they go, and they're throughout the day, so many moods, so many different feelings, and so many thoughts. That is kind of your perspective on things, to remind yourself, nope, I'm not going to fall into that trap. And then the next is your environment card. So let's see what it has to say about that. Oh my goodness. Wow, Virgo. Ace of Wands. Talk about a new beginning. Talk about the most creative, passionate, sensual card. Now, it doesn't have to be, and I know Valentine's Day is coming and it's all a romantic time, and it's not for everyone. Like I always say this, I'm going to say it now anyway, and I'm going to interfere. I apologize, but my last Valentine's Day chocolate box was right there, and I keep it because it was from my dad, and he transitioned 22 years ago, and that's how long I've had this. And it meant a lot, and it was so loving. And he was such an amazing, wonderful dad. And he still is. I talk to him every day. But my point is that don't be surprised if you have some extra special, beautiful, romantic overtures happening with your significant other or a best friend, or you're feeling really in love with yourself and you're going to treat yourself and you're going to get your nails done, whatever it is. It's on, it's powerful, it's deserved. Anybody wants to send me chocolates, information's below. Website, Pure Massage Therapies, that's my address. Can you imagine? Well, that'd be a first time in 22 years. Hey, why not? Why not put it out there? This is gorgeous. This is new. So you might have a really good idea of what I'm speaking of, but you're going to find out in February. I want to say with the full moon, because the full moon really puts a light on things and it culminates and starts new beginnings. But the new moon on the 27th in Pisces is all about love and Empress energy. And so for sure by the new moon, which starts new beginnings, for sure. And you write down your intentions, please. And just write down everything you want and just watch them, just check them off as the next 18 months go by. But for February, it's filled with a lot of beautiful, beautiful energy for you, Virgo. And then we go into the hopes and fears category. The Hanged Man. Well, I just brought that up to you. How fabulous. A different perspective. Hopes and fears. Don't fear those things that you haven't necessarily thought of or seen in that light before. No, this is there to show you just the unlimited potential we have in being in all different different ways and different forms and different thought processes. And I think that the Piscean energy with you is going to be, it's going to be a year, 18 months, you'll never forget. You're going to be a different person coming out for the best reasons, okay? And allowing that. You know, it also represents a holding period. It's like you have to wait. You wait for things. So there's that patience. And that's okay too. You know, that motivation, like I said, it's coming back. It's been a while. We've got retrogrades happening still. All in perfect divine timing. No fear there, okay? Allowing that, and I think you are. I think you're opening up in ways that you can express if you'd like. I would love to know. Then we have the outcome card, the Three of Pentacles, the second mastery card. 2 threes. Threes are growth. Threes are growth. Mastery with your money, with your ideas, with your sustenance, and your root chakra, which was the beginning. Of course, it came out again, and it's come out, what, 3 times since I've done the reading? Maybe 4. It's infused with this beautiful crystal, letting you know that all of this is doable anytime, but you want to fully believe in it. You want to take on that full energy and say, I'm ready, I'm letting it, and trusting. And you can release and just surrender. Surrender is not weak. It's about allowing and just saying, go for it. I fully trust. What a beautiful feeling that is. Very full energy. Complete trust. They showed a depiction on Rider-Waite-Smith of a guy about to rock off a cliff with, you know, just a little satchel and a little dog, his little best friend, you know, trying to say, don't do that, you know, but you got to go with your own gut, your own intuition, your own feeling, and you'll know what that means for you and how that'll pan out for the best and the highest good. What a beautiful reading. I am going to finish, like I said, with your animal card, and I have just been in love with this deck. I've had it a while. I brought it out a couple years ago. I had to stop the channel. I've started with this new branding where you only see my, you know, you don't see all, it works better for me. And plus it's a little unique, but I also am very much into color. So I change the color regularly, and it usually comes to me prior to my readings because I always have a conversation with every sign just before their reading, just a little tip that I like to, you know, to share with you. And I just talk about it, and then the color comes to mind. And I mentioned this month specifically will be between red and pink. And you're both, and you're all heart, and you're wonderful. And that's really what the energy represents there. Let me shuffle these a little bit, and we'll get on to this as we go just past our 30-minute time, which it's never been. It's always longer. But anyway, I love and appreciate you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Help me build this channel. It's the best way you can support me. It's all free, and this is free for you as well. So it's a beautiful reciprocity, I guess you could say. And I appreciate it. I really fully, truly do. So your card is going to be, ooh, I love this, the fox, the smart, well, I'll read to let you know exactly, but I haven't picked this throughout any of the readings yet. And I think we all have a little bit of that in us, but I know how intelligent you are and how, you know, you always are thinking, you're always, that mercurial energy is really there. You like to communicate. You like to learn. You're just always about keeping that mind active. And so what the words are, here's the picture. Try to get it out of, isn't that gorgeous? Looks like an eagle above. Oh no, that's the sunset and well, the mountains and the sun setting. So I'll set that right there in the center. I love how so many times it has just been so synchronistic with the readings. But I'm going to go to the alphabetical aspect front S's. So it's back here. There it is. I just saw it. All right. So the words associated with fox: cleverness, planning, and independence. Might not have mentioned that, but I've always found that even within relationships, Virgos are extremely independent. They can hold their own. They help everybody, but they're very good at holding their own. But they love too. I mean, you guys, yeah, everybody wants that. You're certainly going to be experiencing that. And most of the time, a lot of, including my chiropractor, have been married for 40-something years. You know, long term, they're in it to win it. Beautiful fox is an independent being that can always keep warm with the big fluffy tail. Fox is known as cunning and conniving, characteristics that humans often deny in themselves, but are actually keys to survival. Fox advises that it may be a time to incorporate strategy and cleverness into life in a way that is positive and fruitful. I absolutely love this. And once again, the South Node releasing things that are creating anything but peace and, tranquility in your life has to go, no matter how you go about that. Could be cunning, could be, connive, whatever that word was. I don't know. You get my point. Perhaps it is time to re-examine your skill set. Making peace with your keen sensitivity and smarts will actually result in a more playful, relaxed life for you and the animals around you. Now, many Virgos I know have a lot of beautiful pets and animals, but yeah, that was just a side note. So that's very interesting. The planning isn't surprising. I told you that's your forte. You're amazing, and I've known you're clever. The independence I didn't actually bring up, but this is the time. And I really like that for you. I like it a lot. I would love to know what you feel, if any of this makes sense. And if nothing else, I love to say that I think these readings just remind you of things you already knew. But in closing, I will finish with your Motivation Manifesto message by Brendan Burchard. I've had this a long time. I'm pretty sure most texts you can always find somewhere. But I love everything about the messages. The oracles are really important because they're there just to help us, nothing else, and to just guide us and lift us up. That's what this channel is about. I'm about lifting up because there's enough of everything else. I'm in the belief of let's lift each other up. Let's share love and appreciation and celebrate, the good things that happen for others and ourselves. So in closing, beautiful Virgo, all greatness teeters on whether a would-be hero overcomes the terror within and advances regardless. Let me read that again. All greatness teeters on whether a would-be hero overcomes the terror within. That would be the 8 of Swords, and they're like, oh, I don't know, am I losing it? What if I don't match up? Blah, blah, blah. The terror within and advances regardless. And that's exactly the trajectory you're on. You are mastering, you already have mastered. You're the Fool now. Let it be. Let everything just happen in the flow that it does. I appreciate you so much. Have an amazing, beautiful, love-filled February. Come back and watch my collective if you feel so interested on Mondays. I started those up. But yeah, I'd love to see you next month. Take good care. Bye for now.